Video, I'm going to be doing another design in my gel and acrylic recreation series. This design was done with gel and it came out last year and I absolutely loved it, but I made it too bulky. This year, however, I changed a few things and this is the original design, so let's get started. The first design is going to be on my index finger, which is going to be basic pastel French tip, I guess you could call it. I do have a sheer polish underneath that, and while I was waiting for that to dry, I decided to draw the spider webs on my pinky finger using a detail brush and black polish. All the polishes and nail tools I will have linked in the description box below. So I decided that I wanted to do a sponging technique with it this time, and it worked out way better than it did last year. Again, last year I made it so bulky and I just did not like it. And I did the same thing with this, but I decided to do the dry brush technique with the orange, and I loved how this turned out. So on the nail there is a faint bit of glitter right here. However, last year I painted it on the nail and it made the nail look just too much. So I did just sponge it and it worked way better, and then I applied a layer of the sheer polish as the base on top of it just to kind of blend everything together, and I was really happy with the way this turned out. So next up is going to be for the stars, and for the stars I'm using a stamping plate. I mean, obviously you can freehand them if you want to, but I cannot draw a star for the life of me. So I just stamped this, and this is just a plain Christmas stamping plate, but you can use certain images for certain things. And I did take a lint roller and roll off some of the stars and just put them on my nail. And I did the same thing with black, and I did this again on the ring finger, but I reversed it. Alright, so for the Minnie Mouse nail, this nail was kind of a pain because it's a weird shape, and I couldn't draw the complete outline on camera because my wrist, when I was in this position, I was trying to keep it in the focus of my cell phone's camera, but my wrist was really hurting trying to do this, so I had to fix this off camera, and it didn't turn out 100% like the photo did, but I thought it turned out okay. And then I took a black polish and a detail brush, and I decided to just draw the Mickey ears on in order to get that done, and that turned out really, really well. And then I did fill the whole thing in with white nail polish, even though I used acrylic paint as the outline. And then I just outlined everything with black. I did the outline first because I wanted to get the spacing right. And I'm going to take the same orange polish and a small dotting tool and create the shape of a bow. And I did outline that off camera in black as well. And then next up is going to be for her features. So I did not get this to turn out 100%. But I tried, and I was actually happy with the way the smile turned out, but as I showed in the picture that this was inspired by, it did not turn out right, but that was okay because these type of designs I love to practice with. I love Minnie Mouse, so I was willing to practice this one again. And I just did the eyes, which came out really, really well, and then I went ahead and I added some very tiny yellow dots to the ears, and that was it. So these are the polish that I used, and I did want to say very quickly that off camera I did go ahead and top coat everything just because I wait for a little bit to make sure I don't accidentally smudge anything. And again, that's all I did, and everything I used once again will be linked in the description box below. Sometimes I have a hard time finding stamping plates, but I will try. And that is it.